At Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Finance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. Tonight, surprisingly, through all the chaos, through all the turmoil, through all the FUD, we got green bubbles across the board. Is this sustainable? Is it a Friday the 13th, one last pump before we get Rectober? Or next week, will we see a reverse in sentiment out there, so to speak? I've been paying attention to the news, to the headlines for years now. And it seems in the last couple of weeks that things are starting to shift. Sentiment is changing. The topics that are being covered, it's some of these, I wouldn't even call them websites, more blogs. It's starting to change. It's starting to become more pro-crypto. Crypto is going to be around. Partnerships are being made. And it's not just the constant barrage that we saw for the last year. And it's really, it's hit the Hex and Pulse community hard, this bear market. It seems like there was constant fighting up until Pulsechain launched about with the sacrifices. Why are we launching new projects? And then when Jack Levin came in, that's what I think was the nail in the coffin before Pulsechain launched. So the same issues that are in the Hex community are now plaguing Zen. I've been listening to some of the chats the last couple of days in the Twitter spaces, and honestly, I can't even stay in there for more than 15 minutes. You have guys like Cleo and these other clowns that are just so obnoxious. They don't let people speak. They cut other people off. And it's like, I don't know why they let them up on the stage. It just ruins the spaces. And when I see like Hexy Cajun, she's been in the Zen chats, the Zen spaces since day one. I remember she was doing them every day, the Zen chats, and there was maybe like 5 or 10 people at the beginning. And now this is her tweet from today. The Zen community is toxic like Hex used to be. I'm a maxi of freedom and choice. FPOC is great. First principles of crypto is great. Presents less risks, and I support it. Many are stuck in echo chambers, missing opportunities and name calling those who have difference of opinion. Where can I find free thinkers? And that is the, I would say, overall synopsis of 99% of the communities out there. Maybe 1 or 2 that I can think of. There's really no fighting like this. There's arguments, there's questions. The hard questions are being asked, but it's not like the child's play that's going on right now. And this, to me, feels like the ultimate bottom signal. How much worse can it really get? I'm looking now, we're seeing green bubbles across the board. We have major news coming out with the ETFs next week. And I don't know. I just think something is brewing. It's almost like a wave coming in, and it's inevitable. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. And then eventually it's going to roll over and break, and that's where I think we are right now. And I think we're going to break to the upside. People were talking about September, and then Rectober, or it was Uptober and Rectember, but the opposites were happening. And now people have gotten so bearish again. The October's gone. It's Rectober. But I think that's the time when things flip, when people are least expecting it. I mean, the chaos in the world right now, it's outrageous. You know, I'm trying not to pay attention over there to the paratroopers. I mean, it really is insanity. Might be going to mention it on this channel, but looking at some of the blue chips here, Pepe up 27% in the last 24 hours, printing God candles right now. So that's great. I want to see meme coins. Was there a reason for this? Probably not. You know, someone just deciding to buy, but that's a good thing. You know, Teddy's pumping back up. Damn, Pulse Reflections down in the dumps. That kind of hurts, but this is a long-term play. It's almost like a staked derivative play of Pulsechain, and it's not a derivative, but like a hedge against Pulsechain because it pays you every single day. And I'm using the dividends from PRS to mint my ZNFTs, and I'm loving it. You know, I've minted, you know, the last few days, I minted them for free. Like I've been saying, I don't know why gas is so much cheaper, but I did a couple today. I think it was 12,600 and 12,800. So I'm doing them every single day now. Like I did a ladder up until January of next year, and starting, was it like 12 or about 2 weeks ago when the Pulse dividends really started kicking in, I was like, screw it. I'm minting one every single day from now on. So starting 2 weeks ago, I'm doing a ZNFT every single day with my Pulse reflections. And I don't know, that's how you win in crypto, in my opinion, when you don't have endless money to just dump in. If you're trying to, you know, grind and just hustle and try to make something out of nothing, you know, this is a great way to do it, in my opinion. That is financial advice. All right. Fuck you. That is financial advice. Shit cracks me up. No financial advice. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. It's like, bro, who's coming to you financial advice? You're giving a crypto opinion. All right. What up, Godfather J6? Good to see you, my man. What kind of dog you got there? Can't tell. Was it like a beagle? There he is. The one-handed free throw shooter. Shaq. Only the strong hands will make millions. There's only the strong hands will make it, bro. Not even make millions, will make it to the other side. It is not for small, greedy, and fearful players. 100%. Yeah, bro. Free the Stein. 100%. Alluvium, let's go. Up 15%. I like Alluvium a lot. Even on ETH, I'm contemplating buying a bag again. You know, something just tells me that gaming is gonna really explode this cycle. Last bull run, the gaming thing was a narrative. It was just slap a game together, or not even a game, a trailer of an alleged game that's coming, and mention metaverse, mention NFTs, just mention play to earn, whatever, and you pretty much had people foaming into that project. And I love Alluvium because the supply is tiny. You know, circulating supply right now is 3.6 million. So only 37% circulating, though. The one pushback to it, but everything has a negative. You're not going to find anything that's perfect. You know, all-time high 1850, and we're at $40. So we're 44x away from previous all-time high. So that's the stuff I like, but I want to just go to the website and check this out and see what they've been building. Because last time I looked, they had 3 different games. Oh wait, okay, 4 now. Wow. Overworld, Alluvium Zero, Arena, and Beyond. One is out now, Alluvium Beyond. Well, I'm bullish on this. I don't know, like they have 4 shots here for something to catch on, and that's why I like stuff like Cetify. I'm going way off on tangents here, but No, I don't want to connect my wallet and get me back. What the hell? There we go. I like Cetify because they're a launch pad. You know, they got a bunch of different games coming out, a bunch of different projects. You can buy into all the pre-sales on here once you stake your coins. So this is what I like. You know, I don't know. I don't want to bet on one single game. I can't. I'm not good enough. I'm not a gamer. I don't know what the kids like. You know, what's trending. You know, the stupid games that these Twitch streamers play and stream about, like they just seem so stupid to me. But so I want to bet on the place that's just spitting out game after game after game, the hubs, the launch pads, and that's what Cetify is, and Vulcan Forge too. You know, honestly, they have their INO launch pad here for their NFT drops and or INO collections. So I have some of the SNFTs staked, which is another one of their little things they got here. I think I did 60-day before it filled up. So I think you can only do 14 days now. But I think gaming is going to be huge this next bull run. And stuff is like it's launching, like it's here. You know, they Illuvium Beyond launched alpha available for landholders. So if you own the NFTs, you can now play Zero, and these other ones are coming. Your registrations are open for beta. So that's coming real soon. All the bullshit media tries to deviate you from the only truth. P. Diddy with $1 and a choke with a 3. Yeah, bro, I'm in. Like I got my my die. I got my Atropa. Like, and I think I got like $150 in Teddy Bear now. So I'm trying to really stack Teddy. You know, I got my pulse reflections squared away. I'm good on that. So for me right now, it's Teddy. Hey man, let's look at CIA. Wow, it's up 120%. So you can, if you're a DGen. So I bought a little bit at like $15 after the rug pull. God, there's one Allen, bro. Stop coming in here using my 1-minute chart, bro. So when it dumped down here to like $14, I scooped some up. And then I was just scalp trading the hell out of it yesterday. Down in here. Like it was at $15 and then it ran up to 56. And I dumped it at like, I don't know, maybe like $40 on the way up. I bought the bottom again at like 17, 18, 16 around there. I don't even remember. And sold that like 23. And then I got out. I was like, screw this. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to get burned. But that was nice to actually make, I think it was like 4 or 5 million Teddy or trillion, billion, whatever it is with Teddy. I don't know what the supply is. Yeah, it was 100. Yeah, it must have been billions. No, trillions, billions. I don't freaking know. I don't care. It was just nice to win. Teddy Bear to 2 billion. Bro, fuck that. Teddy Bear to 5 billion. What did SHIB get to last cycle? Like 20 billion or something crazy like that. So if we can do 1% of that, yeah, and get to 2, yeah. I like it. Even if we get to 1 billion, you know, that you're looking at like 130x from here. I love it. Yeah, I saw that I was watching Ian and Moon B's stream from yesterday. They were talking about that ETH people were well, I don't know. What Ian said that he knew ETH people that were reaching out, looking into Pulsechain, who previously weren't here before. So that's what it's about. You know, I keep saying that. I think it will be the best thing if Richard does not come back and stream, because who is he going to reach that's new? Everybody in the industry knows him, and you either love him or you hate him and you're completely out. There's no in between with Richard. You know, I talk to people every single day about crypto, and I can tell you there's not one person that I've met that said, oh yeah, you know, I don't, he's all right. You either love him or you hate him. Richard is that polarizing. And I think a lot of people in crypto especially in Ethereum, in these other layer twos, Arbitrum, Optimism, they don't like Richard Hart. Whatever reason, whatever it is, they won't come over here purely because Richard. And if there's stuff that's tempting over here and Pulsechain's thriving, the community's loving it, and Richard is nowhere to be found, these people can justify it to themselves why they can come now use Pulsechain because Richard's not here. It's doing great without him. You know, he was the face of HEX. Without him streaming every day, HEX would have sucked. It was only because Richard's streaming, HEX went up. Great. Believe that. That's true. Well, regardless, I just think that there's more upside if Richard stays off to the side and then comes back maybe in the bull run. You know, I want to see like the community grow organically without him. So the people that are in crypto but not new, I think will justify it. I think that's a big problem right now that we're seeing. Woo, let's go, Pulse X. Actually outperforming Pulsechain for once. That's a rare sight. So I got like, who the hell gets poison ivy? Like literally, or like, I don't know what it is. Poison sumac, one of them in the middle of winter. Damn, Sunny Raw. I thought CIA was a 414 wallet coin. Maria broke Sunny's heart. Well, I heard about Maria. Someone was talking about that today. Jesus. 11 hours. Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. $400 in liquidity, though. That's the problem. I mean, yeah, the same person owns all of it. The only person buying is this 5D wallet. So this guy's bought up the entire pool. Yeah, there's 36,000 in the pool. This asshole owns 100,000. So he's got 3 times what's in the pool. Definitely oh, am I in the wrong pair? Oh, all right. I don't know. I can't find liquidity for Maria. There's no liquidity on any of them. I don't know. This shit is all just it's all just a gamble right now. All these plays. Like I've been staying away from the new stuff. Like CIA was fun for a little bit while it lasted, but that's the thing, man. These things are so dangerous. It's like, you know, you swap out some of your Pulse X or your Pulsechain and then try to get into one of these coins, it goes bad, and then you have a 7.5% pump. Like that shit hurts. You know, it does. Wow. I mean that's hilarious. This chart. Garcia, I like Maria. Dev is in the PLUSD group as admin. 92% of supply burn. Definitely a gamble, but worth $1. Yeah, that's true. If you believe in it, I'm gonna wait though, because even with Anchor, it did that. It pumps up so hard and then it comes right back down. Maria is 414 Atropa. This is so funny. Like, you know, we are in the middle of just the worst bear market right now. But guys, it's all right. You know, Mastercard successfully wraps up CBDC pilot with Tin Tops Bank of Australia. Mastercard has completed its CBDC pilot It tested how authorized parties who have gone through KYC protocols could hold, use, and redeem CBDCs. Mastercard has shown interest in exploring CBDCs since when? At least 2020. The firms that expressed ambitions to operate as a private sector partner in 2021 and formed a program with Ripple and Consensus in August of 2023. So I'm going off a tangent again, but I got an email today from Linqto that you can now buy into Ripple equity and you don't have to be an accredited investor. You do not need to be an accredited investor right now. They have actual equity into Ripple right now, and you don't need to be accredited. I got the email on my phone, and let me try to pull. I don't have my phone right here. Let me try to pull it up quick. Well, it's wanting me to sign in. All right, hold on. Got technical difficulties. Technical difficulties right now. Oh, there we go. All right. No, sorry. Hold on. That's not the right one. Badoop, badoop, badoop. Here we go. So, Adam, since the U.S. District ruled against the SEC in its case last week, demand for Ripple and the broader digital asset sector has increased. This development has favorably impacted Ripple and all digital assets available through Linqto. Given the current landscape, now might be the optimal moment for you to make your first investment. If you're not qualified to be an accredited investor, on the accreditation page, select Not Accredited. It'll take you to your wallet where you can fund your account. You can instantly fund your account by linking a bank account. This opportunity is limited to U.S. investors only. So, guys, I'm telling you, I could be wrong, but I really do think that Ripple here is going to crush it. Coinbase stock was on here. Same thing. It was $10 a share, and it launched at 360-ish, 370. So Ripple's a little more expensive. It's like $54 right now a share, but it doesn't matter. You're buying in at an $8 to $10 billion valuation. And as soon they have 40 billion XRP on their balance sheet at zero value. So at $1, there's 40 billion. There's at least a 5x. At $2, 80 billion, a 10x. See where this is going? They're going to pump that shit to $5. There's $200 billion. There's your 25x for anyone that got in early. I'd be shocked if it doesn't do those numbers. They're already talking about $600 minimum. And I think they're going to launch right around the halving when XRP is pumping, when the bull runs here, and they're going to literally cash out on this. And I'm going to be dumping and then buying back and buying the bottom because well, look at Coinbase when it launched to when it bottomed out. It took about a year and a half. Went from 360 to I think 45, 47 bucks. Might even went a little bit lower into the 30s, but I don't think it did. So everyone that got in early is still up 350, 400%, and it's a bloodbath. And everyone else that listened to Jim Cramer and everyone in retailer or everyone that's in retail that's just buying on the open market is wrecked. So same thing's going to happen here. But this is the opportunity for now non-accredited investors to get in. And it's not going to last forever. So Mastercard was working with CBDCs in Australia to pilot them. And now there's CipherTrace VPs discussing a decade-long maturation of cryptocurrency. So the VP at CipherTrace, Mastercard's crypto intelligence firm, put out a couple great points. The links between TradFi and the crypto ecosphere are still very close. She added that the crypto space doesn't seem to be moving away from TradFi, despite the notion that crypto will replace banking institutions. An increased number of financial institutions are exploring blockchain technology. The world's largest asset manager, Cockrock, has tokenized its money market fund shares for the first time on Wednesday using JP Morgan's Onyx. In the future, they will be moving from Onyx to Stellar, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what one of the only open public source blockchains or ledgers that can even do it. And I don't know. I see that it's either them or Polygon. And I don't know if you can compete with the fees, with the speed. That's what Stellar was made for. Ripple was made for. XRP was made for, to move money, cross-border transactions, peer-to-peer transactions, instant settlement, not taking weeks. The third largest bank institution in the US, Citigroup, launched Citi Token Services last month, a blockchain-based cross-border solution for institutions, directly in competition with Ripple. They think they can launch stuff that Ripple has been working on for 12 years. That's just not how it works. They're in for a rude awakening. That's why all the banks came together and sued Ripple in 2020. When's the last time a bunch of bankers sat down at the same table and agreed upon something? It doesn't happen. That to me says, wow, Ripple is so far ahead that they have no other choice than to just halt them dead in their tracks. Funded in 2015 by the U.S. Department of Defense, CipherTrace was acquired by Mastercard in September of 2021. So if the Department of Defense created CipherTrace, sorry, just using my new Pulsechain lip balm right here, Truth Bomb, sorry. Come on. Freedom of speech truth bomb right there. Pulsechain.com. Let's go. Lindsay crushing it with these things. They're so good. Organic, made with beeswax, sunflower seed oil, shea butter. Shit's great, especially with winter coming. They'll be coming out soon, so definitely get some of those at the Etsy store. Weiser said the acquisition underscores Mastercard's belief that virtual assets and crypto are a lasting part of the financial future. So they're bullish as hell. They see where it's going. Hey guys, the SBF stuff in this trial now that's coming out is so bad. Caroline Ellison's list of stuff that haunted the little hobbit over there. It was basically getting the DOJ to drop charges on Binance so they would be eliminated as competition. That's so bad on so many levels, right? So as that's coming out, I don't know if these other things are distractions or if they're going to just launch some good news and approve an ETF next week to kind of shift attention away from how bad at the SBF and the SEC and the insider trading, the money laundering, everything really was. So this too, guys, right here, CoinList is launching their multi-chain staking fund for U.S. accredited investors. Well, that's weird. I thought crypto was so risky. Well, now their new financial instrument initially supports the staking of ETH and NEAR. That's random, NEAR. But they plan on adding support for Flow, Sui, and Mina. Each digital asset will be pooled with like assets and staked according to the requirements of the protocol. Exactly what I've been saying since the Kraken lawsuit the SEC dropped on them. And they said, no more staking. It's illegal. Well, the reason it was illegal is because Kraken was offering yields that were higher than the native protocol was offering. So if Polygon native staking is 3%, you can't go offer 7% on your site to lure in people because now you were they're giving you money and you're making them a profit. So it's a security. But if they are using the native rewards from the protocols, that's not a security. And the rewards will be issued in the native token, which they initially purchased the funds. So they're now saying, unless you follow the rules of DeFi and these protocols as they were meant and they were developed, well, then it's illegal. So I love that. ETH staking in particular has seen significant growth since the merge and Shanghai updates. That has also led to a decline in staking yield. Well, the yield's going down as the amount goes up. And that is why I'm so bullish on the XRP ledger and their AMA 30 that's coming out with their automated market makers. Because what David Schwartz is building is the opposite of this bullshit on ETH here. What he's building lets you earn more yield as the pools grow. So it's going to encourage big money to come in. He's been working on this for like 8 years. And my friend, shout out to Harley, he met David and Brad at the proper party a couple weeks ago in New York. And I was talking to him on the phone, and he was asking some questions, and he said he liked what he heard, where they were wanted to go with some of the stuff that was exciting to David. So, I see that, and I really like Mickey B. Fresh. He's my favorite XRP streamer. I don't even call him a streamer, but he is. But he puts out real content that's just facts only. And there's no bullshit, nothing. And I really see from his videos, it breaks it down phenomenally on how these protocols are going to work and the opportunities that are coming. And this is the craziest thing that I've seen so far. A new tattoo machine can ink your arm with an NFT, allowing artists to collect royalties. So this machine, you no longer need a human to give NFT to give you a tattoo. It is so precise, I guess, that it can, like, if you have an NFT with real detail, the tattoo can do it. And I guess it like takes a measurement and like what they say? Like a test of your skin, basically. And they can see what kind of ink, how thick they should do it. There's all kinds of testing that goes into it before they even do the tattoo. So it's super advanced. It's coming out in Austin, and I could see this being really big for stupid people. I would never do it, but I thought it was cool to see people that we were down in New York at one of the NFT parties, NFT New York last summer, and some of these Bored Ape whales and guys that were in early, they had their credit cards that were gold and diamond, like diamond crusted or diamond plated, or no, it was diamond chips or whatever it was, diamond specks in the NFT that was carved on their card. So they had their Bored Ape with diamond shavings all over it, printed on a gold card. And it was their credit card that they used. And they were so sick. And this is taking it to the next level now, where you have a sick NFT, put that shit right in your forehead. Boom, let's go. And pay some asshole royalties to do it. This is just brilliant, in my opinion. You're going to be able to make a royalty with some dickhead tattooing himself of your creation. You got to love it. But this is just where this is going, where the industry, how far out these initial steps could take us with blockchain and NFTs, royalties, and just tokenization of assets that's coming. And speaking of that, tokenization of off-chain assets presented by Avalanche and Ava Labs. So just another reason why I like Avalanche as one of my layer one, non-Richard Hart winning blue chips that I think is going to be around for a long time. I think Asia is going to really dominate this bull run. A lot of smart people are saying the same thing. And South Korea, Avalanche is taking over there. Web3 with their games that they're putting out. So I like to have my plays outside of Richard Hart and my hedges, my blue chips that are going to be around in the next 20, 30 years. So we're going to, I just think of like with Bill Gates back in the day, what was it like the first week that Microsoft was around and you could invest in it? If you had went and looked at his office and been like, oh, this is the company that's going to change the world. This little guy with 4-inch thick glasses with a wedgie. This is the one. Okay. And no matter what it was flooded. The internet, cell phones, everything is fun. Why do we need that? Why do we need Uber when we have taxis? It's everything new is flooded. And guys, we're like, it's just, I want to own the IBMs. I want to own the Dells of the future. I want to be able to say, yeah, I was the one telling everybody. I saw it years before where it was going, before it got big, and we hit on boom, 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 boom coin. I want all of us to win. I want all of us to own the best performing coins out of crypto. That's what separates you from everybody else. We're all in crypto, but it's the ones that have the best portfolio put together, the ones that choose the most winners out of the bunch. That's how you become a top G. And this right here, the SEC is not appealing the Bitcoin ETF ruling, saying that you have no reason to not launch a spot ETF. You launched the futures, which actually has more counterparty risk than a spot ETF. So what the hell? Well, that's some hypocrisy right there. And the courts agreed. And the SEC is definitely, there's nothing they could do. It's just political theater. And we all saw through it. And like, this stuff is so like not even on our radar anymore. Like we knew this was nonsense. We knew Gary's just on a tirade. Why give it attention? But to the mainstream, to people that aren't here every day, this crypto is scary. It's still the Wild West. We got to take for granted how much we know and how far we could see ahead on where this whole industry is going, with DeFi, with blockchain, with tokenization of assets, with Web3, with gaming, with the new Apple goggles that are coming, to where you'll have the metaverse right in your living room. Like that's just another 100 reasons for you to, not go to work and put a mask on if you have to go out, and stay in because the sniffles will get you. Well, if I can put this thing on and go in the metaverse with this brand new technology, like that's the shit that is scary, that people will gladly accept. But Bitcoin is now below 27K, signaling investor caution as the SEC deadline looms. Well, Bitcoin is trading under 27K. What was it at right before we jumped on here? Everything was green. So we're now, just under. But look at that. We broke through the magical barrier of 27K. That illusionary hurdle. And I was watching one of Sami's videos earlier, and he had a great point. He's like, Bitcoin is doing just as good as the last cycle. And he drew out a trend, and he said, we went from January of this year, right here, from 15K, right? Okay, this chart is freaking horrible. I can't even go here. Okay, can't find a Bitcoin. All right. Whatever. This was 25,000, but I don't care. That doesn't matter. So from the beginning of the year, we ran up from 15 to now. We're just cruising up in a straight line pretty much, right? So if you drew the same line from last cycle, we did the same thing, literally. But instead of having a blow off top, like we came way up here. Where's the little paintbrush thing? So last cycle we came up here and then we just dumped back down like this. So it was way more volatile, but we ended up on the same trend line. And right now we're just chugging up and to the right slowly, up and to the right, up and to the right. And it feels like it feels like, oh my God, we're not doing anything. What the hell are you talking about? Well, that's not really true, because like I said, we actually are following the same exact trend as last cycle, which it just feels the complete opposite. But that's what crypto is. It's a total mind fuck. It's so hard to not fall victim to the psychology of the herd. You got to separate yourself. And when you look at this and say, holy shit, like we're actually in a bull market right now, but it doesn't feel like it. But when we go back and look, this is going to be the bottom right here. Where the FTX low. I don't think it's on this chart here. This was a little different, but so November, December last year. So starting January this year is the start of the bull run. And it feels the polar opposite. But the news now, like guys, it's all bullish. But the crypto community is in turmoil. The IRS plans hit Bitcoin and Ripple. Coinbase CEO responds. And the ever-evolving landscape of crypto, Coinbase has made its concerns regarding the IRS's recent tax position. In an official comment to the IRS, Lawrence Zlatkin detailed the company's reservations. He said it's an unprecedented, unchecked, and unlimited tracking on the daily lives of Americans. Well, isn't that funny? Isn't that the same thing we heard about CBDCs? That they were just going to be tracking devices? Well, now the IRS basically wants to do it into your taxes. And I didn't do it this year when I had the option when I was doing my TurboTax. I could have synced up my MetaMask wallet. But why would I just give them that information? I saw how much crypto I withdrew to my bank, and I saw how much I spent on it. I mean, it's simple. You either made money selling or you spent more buying. It's one or the other. There's no in between. So I figured that number out and I pay my taxes on it. That's what you're supposed to do. But according to the Miss Elizabeth Warren, some Democratic senators submitted their perspectives. Their primary contention revolves around the extended implementation of the proposed rules, fearing substantial losses in potential tax revenue. Really, substantial losses to their tax revenue. In New York right now, crypto, if you short term, I know, actually, I'm pretty sure it's ordinary income. There might be short term and long term, but I'm pretty sure it's taxed as ordinary income. So it's not true. However, Coinbase urged the IRS to reconsider the proposal. Their suggestion pivots on streamlining compliance manners, focusing on parties directly involved in crypto transactions, mirroring traditional financial structures. Hey guys, that's where it's going. There's until October 30th, there's a public feedback deadline. So we need to go do this. Go leave feedback here. Go leave feedback with Richard or for Richard. And talk to your local politicians. Let them know crypto's important. Crypto's not a scam. I can give you 1,000 reasons why it's good, why it's the polar opposite of what you hear, and why it's a human problem, a greed problem, the FTX thing. the Celsius, the Voyagers. They were a leverage and a greed problem. And staking, too, can also modernize the Ethereum ETF. So what do you know, guys? Now with pensions, bonds, hedge funds, they all need yield. They're desperate right now. And from what I'm hearing, they are pushing hard to get these ETFs approved so they can have access to crypto and start earning on staking yield. A hedge fund with 9,600 ETH, approximately 15 million, could earn an additional 32 ETH on a monthly basis by staking. So that's an additional almost 380 per year for staking. You know, that it's not much, but you know, at that level and in the future too, it's significant, guys. It doesn't seem like much, but staking matters. ETH supply has been on a decline. A portion of the fees are burned. We know that. This makes it deflationary in nature, scarcer by the day. I mean, that's not true. It's sometimes inflationary, but in the bull run, for sure. Staking, though, is not without its challenges. The dynamic unbonding period of Ethereum means that once staked, the assets aren't immediately liquid. To address this, an ETH ETF could strategically stake only 50% of its holdings. So they're going to get away. They're going to get around this. You know, whether they say, all right, you have to do 50% or 60-40, whatever. Maybe this is the new 60-40. You know, stake 60, keep 40 liquid instead of the bonds. The 60-40 bond, I think the bond rule, what was short and long term, I believe. So, guys, it's coming. They need to build this out. Let the big boys have their staking. Show us, okay, look, it's safe. We can earn yield. We're not getting hacked. And now you guys can chew on the breadcrumbs. And that's how I think they're going to roll it out. You know, they've kind of been saying it all along. If you could see through the headlines, you know, where they're going with this stuff. Mastercard everywhere. I mean, if you just go to the headline, you know, Decrypt. I like this site for more of like the gossip type stuff. And then I really like the Block and Blockworks. Those are kind of my go-to. You know, they have all kinds of different sections in here, but you know, you could just see that there's bullishness everywhere. They can't hide it anymore. And it's really ramped up in the last week with the Caroline and FTX debacle that's going on. I mean, she really is dropping bombs. And which was so yeah, that's right. Decrypt does not talk about the FTX saga at all. Like there is not one article on here about that. Solana price falls amid FTX founder trial. That's hilarious. But then you go to some of the other ones and they're like gossip columns. Like Blockworks, I think. Yeah. Blockworks is crazy. They're all over it. It's like the TMZ. Blockworks is like the TMZ of crypto. They really are. But I don't care. But it's so bad when you look at it. So people that haven't seen it, you know, and they click on it, they're not going to believe half the shit that's in here. So I think they have to, you know, especially when there's nothing going on in the bear market, this FTX stuff goes to the top. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to hear about it. Crypto Banter's talking about, I mean, everyone's talking about it. It just is what it is. And they need to approve this ETF next week. I think they're going to at least there's going to be some kind of an announcement, I think. I think I've been saying it now for almost 2 months, October 16th to 19th, those 4 days where they're going to be having to respond to a bunch of the applications. I think that they're going to say, yes, we're going to approve it, but not until whatever, first quarter next year, or not until whatever it is. Like that. And then that will mask all of the Caroline's testimony, all the corruption, all the stuff that they don't want to see. I think that could be a play. But no one knows. You know, with the paratroopers over there in the Middle East, like that came out of left field. But if you look at the dementia and look at the days of when it happened, it's crazy. It's like 50 years to the day. You know, it was 30 years to the day, I think, when there was other babies that were got. Like, it's wild, but it's I'm not even gonna talk about. I don't want to get banned or striked on here, but you know what I mean. So the mainstream nonsense, they're distractions. They're there to make you fear something, make you act irrational, whatever it may be, you know, to have a slight advantage over the herd. But that's why I'm here to see through it and bring you guys the stuff that I see as important, the stuff that's going to change the future, that stuff that's going to last at least 5-10 years. Like, this technology evolves so fast that what's leading the race right now in 2 years is going to be pretty much irrelevant. So you have to constantly be evolving. You have to constantly be growing and learning. And I just don't see how long it's taken Ripple, how long it's taken ETH when they do any of their upgrades, their merges. Like, it's years, right? So to just expect this stuff overnight, it's not how it happens. You know, this stuff takes time, and the people that are building in this bear market, like, I don't see someone just coming out of left field in the middle of the bull run that's gonna take over, you know, I don't know, Polygon, or it's gonna take over Solana, or these blockchains that have been here developing for years. So I feel like this is like a unique industry where, yeah, trends are going to come and people are going to jump on them and they're going to get popular. But the real technology that's being built right now, the infrastructure that's being built, that's the stuff that excites me, the stuff that can scale. And who knows, like Hedera, XLM, the stuff that I'm really bullish on outside the Richard Heart ecosystem, it all could do terrible this next cycle. And then cycle after that. No one knows. But, you know, in 10 years, once we're all owning nothing and we're happy and we're eating bugs, you know, who knows? Maybe that's when the switch gets flipped and XRP is now $589 a coin. You know, no one knows. Well, the best thing you can do is do research, understand what's going on, and then make calculated, educated bets or guesses on where it's going in the future. And if you can do that and do it with a level head, a clear head, unemotional, and just look at facts and look at numbers, they don't lie. So that's my rant for tonight, guys. Lots of bullish stuff happening, but you know, people like the drama, they like the negativity, and no one cares about banks testing out this stuff. Pilots happening with Mastercard. It's boring. But you know what? This is going to be the stuff that I think changes our lives in the future. You know, these type investments, these are going to be the Microsofts, the IBMs, the Dells of the future. You know, I really believe that. The blue chips that are going to be around in 15, 20 years. You know, Bitcoin's now going on its 15th year, and it's not going to be going away anytime soon. So I just think we're at like the crossroads now where the utility cryptos, the ones that are used and adopted, these are the lowest points they're ever going to be in their price history again. You know, I really believe that. I think there's going to be a lot of coins that disappear, like 95%, if not more, will disappear when regulation comes in 2026. So it's critical now to load your bags and pack the correct ones, you know, and just don't listen to one person. You know, go out and watch 5 Richard Heart streamers, watch 5 Polygon streamers, watch 5 Doge, whatever it is. Listen to not one person, not just me, not just Rags, not just Crypto Banter, not just BitBoy, whoever it is you listen to. Try not to get caught up in what one person's saying, because one person can only do so much, see so much, accomplish so much. And when when you have teams of people, obviously you could do more. So there's no research team here. There's one person, but that day when I can hire, researchers, maybe we'll be bullish on different projects that are uncovered gems. But I'll be here tomorrow doing more research, trying to find that next HEX, that next Solana, that next Theta, the next Polygon, the next Cardano that's done hundreds of X's, that was just going flat, felt like it was dead, and then all of a sudden, boom, it just took off and never looked back. So hopefully that is some of these HBAR altcoins, some of these XLM altcoins, some of these Pulsechain altcoins, the PRC20s, some of the XRPL altcoins, Sologenics, Corium, Casino Coin. Who knows? But my bets are placed, and I'm going to be here every day talking about the stuff that excites me, gets me bullish, and the stuff that I believe will win inevitably. So that's all I got for tonight, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.